In this video, we're going to be taking a look at all the updated new best recipes inside of the cooking event inside of Roblox Garden. We have a bunch of prismatic recipes and also a few transcendent recipes that don't require bone blossom. These are going to give you some of the best rewards for this new update, and this is the new updated list for the top 2 best ranking recipes you can get. The prismatic and also the transcendent recipes. So be sure to stay tuned, make sure you guys like the video and subscribe. And the first half of the video is going to be the prismatic ones, and then the second half of the video is going to be the transcendent recipes. Also, I just want to say that some of these prismatic mutations still require the bone blossom. There's a handful that don't, but at a later time there could be recipes found that don't require the bone blossom, not only just for prismatic but also for the transcendent recipes as well. And I also want to give a huge shout out to the Roblox Grow a Garden wiki for providing all of these recipes. If you guys want to learn more about Grow a Garden, all the tips, secrets, everything you need to know about the game, check out the wiki page because they have it very well organized. And without further ado, let's go ahead and hop straight into the video. So for prismatic, this is what we previously had, but they actually added a new way to make it, which is 4 beanstalks and 1 jalapeno. But they also added a 5th option right here, which is 1 tomato and 3 prismatic crops, or you could even just do 5 grand tomatoes. All right, let's do the sandwich next. We're gonna go through these very quickly. So for this one right here, it's going to require 1 corn, 3 elder strawberries, and 1 tomato. All right, now let's move on to the pie. Now, as of right now, no recipes have been found for the pie that don't require the bone blossom. As I mentioned, there is going to be a few that still require the bone blossom that we have not found the recipes for, but this is right now what the pie requires for the prismatic. There's definitely probably a recipe out there that doesn't require the bone blossom, but it has not been found yet. And next up, we actually have the waffle. Now, this one is pretty much the same exact thing as the pie. There is pretty much only 3 options. All 3 options still require the bone blossom, but there's probably still a recipe out there that doesn't require the bone blossom that still needs to be found. Next up, we have the hot dog. All right, so the hot dog actually has a lot of options here. A lot of them require the bone blossom, but there is a couple that don't, and that right here is going to be 1 ember lily, 1 sugar glaze, 1 sugar apple, and 1 beanstalk. There's also another one right here, which is I'll just scroll through. You guys can just pause the video. I mean, you guys see all the options. And next up, we have the ice cream. Here is all the options, and I'm gonna scroll down, and you guys are gonna see right down here that there is one right here that requires just 3 sugar apples and 1 corn. There's also 3 sugar apples and 1 sugar glaze, and those are the only 2 that don't require the bone blossom, and here's the 7th option in case anyone wants it. Next up, we actually have the donut. This right here is the updated list of recipes, but unfortunately, there is no recipes that don't require the bone blossom, but you're still able to craft a lot of them. Next up, we have the pizza. There's a few options here. Unfortunately, this one as well, you still have to have bone blossoms for. At the moment, there are no recipes, but definitely in the future, there still could be a recipe out there that hasn't been found that doesn't require the bone blossom, and that goes for pretty much all of these that still require bone blossom. And next up, we have the sushi dish. This is pretty much the only known recipe for prismatic at the moment. It is pretty rare to craft sushi a part of this cooking update, so you're gonna need these 4 things. And next up, we have the cake item. And good news, there is a way to make it without a bone blossom. You guys can see the 3rd option right here is 3 beanstalks, 1 grand volcania, and also 1 banana. All right, now we got the burger. This one's still at the moment, there's only 1 option for prismatic, and that is 1 sugar glaze, 1 grand tomato, and 3 bone blossom. And next up, we actually have the smoothie. The first option you guys can see right here is 3 sugar apples and 1 to 2 coconuts. 2nd option requires bone blossom. The 3rd option right here, you guys can see there's no bone blossom here as well. And also the 4th one, there's no bone blossom. 5th one does require bone blossom. And oh my gosh, there's so many options here. Look at all of these. Oh my goodness. All right, now we have the candy apple. So for this one, you guys can see it's to require 1 sugar apple, 1 ember lily. The 2nd option's right there. All right, now we have the sweet tea. And these are our only 2 options right here. This is the porridge dish with quite a bunch of different options you guys can choose from. There's up to 5 options right. And last but not least, before we get into the other transcendent dishes, we have the spaghetti. And here is the option number 1 and option number 2 to craft it. All right, let's go ahead and get into these new transcendent mutations. Let's go ahead and take a look. And I know you guys are probably trying to craft these recipes fast, so I'm gonna go through this list very quickly. All right, so for the salad right here, you guys can see we got all of these. 1 option, 2 option, 3 option, and 4 option. These are going to give you the best mutation on your recipe. At the moment, the sandwich doesn't actually have the transcendent level on it just yet that anyone has found. The best we found so far is prismatic. All right, so for the pie, this is all 3 of the options for the transcendent Transcendent. This is all of the options for the waffle. This is all of the options for the hot dog. There's only one option for the ice cream as of right now, but there's probably more out there. For the donut, there is 2 options. For the pizza, there is 3 options right here that you guys can see. The sushi as of right now does not have one. The highest is prismatic, but it still needs to be found. For the cake, you guys can see there's that one. This is the only option for the burger. The smoothie actually has a lot of different options. You guys can see there's up to 8 options right here. Actually, almost 10 options. Here's number 9 and number 10 right here. 4 or more sugar apple. All right, so now we have the candy apple. This one also has quite a few transcendent options you guys can choose from. The sweet tea also has a ton as well, up to 5 options. As of right now, the porridge only has 1 option, and same thing with the spaghetti as well. If you guys did find this video helpful, consider leaving a like and make sure you guys subscribe. And I also want to say, once again, shout out to the Grow a Garden Wiki for providing all of this information. If you guys want to learn more about a bunch of Grow a Garden tips and secrets and a lot of information regarding the game, make sure you guys go check out the wiki page. They did a really good job organizing everything. Thank you all so much for watching. Peace out and goodbye.